The cafe orbited Kepler 442b in perfect silence, its transparent dome offering a breathtaking view of the emerald planet below. Ilana sat alone at table 7, her fingers drumming against the synthetic wood surface as she checked her neural interface for the third time in 5 minutes. Her date was late. Again. She'd tried the human dating scene on 3 different colony worlds now, and each attempt had ended in spectacular failure. Most species in the Galactic Federation found human emotional complexity exhausting. The Vrexians called humans chaos incarnate. The Tholari refused to mate bond with them entirely, citing psychological instability. 27 minutes past the arranged time, Ilana finally accepted the truth. She'd been stood up. She signaled for the bill when the cafe entrance hissed open. Instead of her absent date, 2 small figures bounded through the doorway with the unstoppable energy unique to human children. They couldn't have been more than 6 standard years old, with matching dark curls and bright green eyes that scanned the nearly empty establishment with determination. The little girl spotted Ilana first. She grabbed her brother's hand and marched directly to table 7. "Are you our new mom?" the girl asked, tilting her head with disturbing seriousness. Ilana blinked. "I'm sorry, what?" "We're looking for a mom." The boy, James, according to the name patch on his jumpsuit, explained matter-of-factly. "Dad says we need one." "Are you her?" Before Ilana could formulate a response, a man sprinted through the cafe entrance, nearly colliding with a Vrexian waiter. He was human, perhaps mid-30s, with the same dark hair as the children and an expression of absolute panic. "James." "Ilana." He skidded to a stop at the table, breathing hard. "What did I say about running away from Dad?" "You also said we need to help find a mom," the little girl, Ilana, said with impeccable logic. The man's face cycled through several shades of red before settling on a resigned pink. He looked at the adult Ilana with genuine mortification. "I'm so incredibly sorry. They've been obsessed with this for weeks, and I made the mistake of bringing them to the station during my supply run. They share my name," Ilana heard herself say. Looking at the little girl, the man nodded, still catching his breath. "Captain Marcus Reed. These are my twins, Ilana and James, and yes, before you ask, the coincidence is not lost on me." He glanced at the empty chair across from her. "Were you waiting for someone?" "I was. Past tense." She surprised herself by gesturing to the chair. "Your twins seem convinced I'm qualified for a position. Maybe you should interview me." Marcus laughed, a genuine, exhausted sound that somehow made him more human than any of her previous dates had managed to seem. He sat down while the twins immediately claimed the bench beside Ilana, one on each side like tiny bodyguards. "We're good kids," young James announced. "We don't bite." Well, Ilana bit that Krallian ambassador once, but he deserved it. "He said humans were weak," little Ilana added defensively. "I proved we have strong jaws." Ilana couldn't help but smile. "And what made you two decide I was mom material?" "You're here alone," young Ilana said simply. "And you look sad like Daddy does sometimes. Sad people should help each other. That's what humans do." The profound simplicity of the statement hit Ilana harder than she expected. Marcus was studying her now with those same bright green eyes, and she realized he was seeing her properly, not as a potential conquest or a curiosity, but as another human adrift in a galaxy that didn't quite understand their species. "I'm a xenolinguist," Ilana offered, posted on 3 different research stations in 5 years. The Federation thinks humans make excellent translators because we're emotionally versatile. She couldn't keep the bitterness from her voice. "What they mean is we're unstable and unpredictable." Marcus nodded slowly. "I run a transport ship. Independent contractor. The twins travel with me because human childcare facilities won't take them after the biting incident and the zero-gravity paint catastrophe and the accidental depressurization of the Tholari meditation chamber." "It was an experiment," young James protested. "We were testing human adaptability," little Ilana added. "They're brilliant and curious and absolutely terrifying," Marcus continued. "Every species we encounter either treats them like weapons in training or defective merchandise. But they're just kids, human kids who need stability and a mom," both twins chorused. Ilana looked at the 3 of them. This accidental family held together by circumstance and species-specific stubbornness. In the Federation, humans were often alone. They felt too much, cared too deeply, formed bonds too quickly for species that live centuries, and measured relationships in decades of careful evaluation. But humans understood something the Federation didn't. Sometimes chaos was exactly what you needed. Sometimes instability meant adaptability. Sometimes emotionally versatile was another way of saying, brave enough to keep trying. I'm scheduled to ship out to the Andromeda Research Station in 2 weeks, Ilana said carefully. It's a 5-year posting. The twins' faces fell simultaneously. However, she continued, watching Marcus's expression shift from disappointment to cautious hope, I could request a transfer. There's always demand for xenolinguists on independent vessels, especially ones that specialize in first contact scenarios. We do a lot of frontier runs, Marcus said slowly. It's not glamorous. Half the galaxy thinks we're crazy for taking kids into uncharted space. The other half thinks we're crazy for being human, Ilana countered. Might as well be crazy together. Young Ilana grabbed her hand with startling intensity. Does this mean you'll be our mom? It means, Ilana said, looking at Marcus over the twins' heads. I'm willing to discuss the position. Starting with dinner. Tonight. All 4 of us. Marcus's smile transformed his entire face. We have a ship full of Earth chocolate. The twins have been saving it for a special occasion. Chocolate? Ilana raised an eyebrow. You play dirty, Captain Reed. We're human, he said with a shrug. Dirty is our specialty, as they left the cafe together, 2 adults and 2 children who'd somehow found each other in the vast indifference of space. Ilana realized something the Federation had never understood. Humans didn't survive the galaxy because they were strong or logical or stable. They survived because they were brave enough to build families from chaos, to find hope in coincidence, and to believe that sometimes the best things in life walked through a door and asked, Are you our new mom? The answer, it turned out, could absolutely be yes.